Hi there guys, Mike here, welcome back to another video. In the last video we did an overview of the Jeep after its 4-month trip, and in the overview video you saw that I'd install some new parts from Ruff Stuff, a 1-ton steering kit, and also some control arms as well. And we're going to do the 1-ton steering kit in this video. One interesting thing about this kit, obviously you know my Cherokee is a right-hand drive European export turbo diesel. A lot of them are like that in the UK. So finding a steering kit that was right-hand drive has been really difficult. There are some around, but they're just not quite up to the job when you start looking at them. So Ruff Stuff actually custom made this right-hand 1-ton steering kit for me to test out on the vehicle to see how it worked. So I've got to say a huge thanks to them. I was dead excited to get it on. So this should be one of the first right-hand drive 1-ton steering kits, and it will be the trial install. I've also got a friend of mine helping me out today, Yoka. He's a welder by trade, but he does a lot of mechanical stuff, so it's good to have both of us on board to try and get the kit fitted. I've got the kit on the table just here with some tools that we're going to use to install it, and I'll just give you a brief rundown of the kit before we put it on. This is the kit here, and when it arrives it's actually bare, it's not black. I've had it powder coated by a local company. The tubing is 1.5 inches in diameter and it's 1/4 inch thick Dom steel tubing. You have the thread welded on the ends, pre-welded, and obviously the tie rods screw in accordingly. So we've got this one here for the pitman arm and the steering. We've got these two on the end for the actual steering knuckles. And there's two ways of installing it. You can use a special reamer like this to do the installation and actually gradually ream the holes out on the steering knuckles and the pitman arm to get the right taper. Or you can basically use these tapered inserts. These are pre-tapered, and you can just drill the pitman arm out and the steering knuckle. And the great thing about these is it means that you could do an over the knuckle a little bit later on, which this kit really isn't designed for, but some people have adapted that, so we'll see how we go and see how it fits. So first things first, we've got the tyres off, which is obviously a given. And then we have to get the old steering off, taking these pins out of the castle nuts. There we go. That was quite loose. Always good to know. I don't have a ball joint splitter here with me in Sweden. Wish I brought one with me for this job, but you can put the castle nut on upside down and then use a hammer. Cool, it's off. There it goes. So we've just taken the old steering off. So we've got the reamer here, just on the drill. Going to try and go real slow with it. Couldn't get the pitman arm off, failure. So it would have been way easier to take it to Yoka's place of work and just drill it out on the pillar drill, but this is it. So we're going to use some oil to cool it down and just go at a really low speed. Let's get a bit of the excess off. And you have to have the tie rod with you, and you need to test it periodically, or else you go too far and then you're in the realms of using the insert and drilling up to 25mm. So let's see how it goes.
No.
Oh, the drill's on fire.
Yeah.
It's looking good, mate. That's the kind of speed we want, though.
Yeah, but you have no torque. Yeah. It's like cold starting a Jeep in minus 15 degrees. Let's see what happens. Can you see the sparks? Yeah.
Oh no, it's gone.
Yeah, it's on fire.
Whoa!
Really eating through.
Yeah, it's cutting through super quick, isn't it now? Yeah. Very close.
Yeah.
You reckon? try it. Wow.
Almost too much.
Let's clean that off and then try re-entry.
Going in.
I never thought I'd see the day where I'd successfully remount a hole.
I never thought I was going to.
That's impressive, actually. Yeah, so there we go. That's it. Just maybe another couple of That was a nasty noise. There's a little bit of lubricant. Yeah, I think that's it. Any further and yeah, that's looking good.
Yep.
Wow,
going
it happens fast, doesn't it?
Going the fast one. It's like in
What
the.
do you reckon? A little bit more,
I guess you have to.
Yeah, I think a little bit more. Maybe another 3
You're
mil.
just above the hole
Okay.
with a notch. I think it's not really there yet, but almost.
Yeah?
Or maybe.
Actually, yeah, that's
I
looking
think
good.
it's when you tighten it up.
When you
it will.
tighten that down, it's going to pull it right in.
Yeah.
I think that's it. Cool. So all the holes are drilled, everything's looking good. We've got the old steering just here, and this is the new steering. We've measured things out and got everything pretty much approximate in terms of how it's looking. The weather's really turned, so I'm not sure we'll have time to align it perfectly today and do the caster with the control arms, but a good thing to do is just get it measured out and get it exactly as close as you can to the old setup, and that was all aligned perfectly. And one thing you'll notice as well is a difference in this kit. You have a normal rubber boot on your ball joints, but actually on this kit you're supplied with something that looks like this. It's a polyurethane boot, and it's called the Cure. And one thing it stops is ball joint rolling. So what will happen with this kit, for example, is you can get a bit of roll just here on the ball joint, and that will affect your steering and cause play and lack of response and any number of problems really. Whereas on this you won't get that. Obviously once this jam nut's tightened we won't see any movement here, but this eliminates that. You can actually buy this separately from Ruff Stuff for fitting other applications, but they call it the Cure because it really does sort out ball joint roll, or tie rod roll they actually call it, that you get here. But this kit's ready to go in, so we're going to grab this now it's all measured and install it.
So.
There we go. Need to just do those jam nuts up. And that is looking good.
1933. Yep.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can come through actually.
Oh.
No, you can go through.
On the other side.
No, I can see through the control arm.
Like here.
Yeah. There you go. That should be... After getting the steering installed, it was time to do an alignment. And without any proper tools, we strapped 2 planks of wood to each tyre. And we measured between the 2 planks of wood at the front and the back of the tyre to give us a rough estimation of an alignment. It took us quite a while to get it sorted, but eventually we got the same measurement front and back of each tyre, and we were pretty confident that we had it aligned well enough for the time being until we could take it to a garage and get it done properly. But I've been running this kit for about 2 months now, and it's been working really well. But one major change I did make, and it was a misunderstanding on my part, was that Ruff Stuff provided 3 poly spacers. And these poly spacers are a new design. They're called the Cure 2. And if you read the instructions properly, which I didn't, they're designed to be used at the steering knuckles also, as well as the drag link. And I was getting a little bit of tie rod roll, until I read the instructions properly and installed these at the knuckles, and it drastically transformed the steering. It's been very rigid, very responsive, there's no play, no dead spots, and certainly no tie rod roll. Unfortunately, the poly spacers are extremely cheap, meaning you can carry some spares if you need to. Overall though, I'm really happy with the steering. The install went well and it was very simple, and a big thank you to Ruff Stuff. Really appreciate you sending this kit to me, and it gives people like me with right hand drives a much better option for a tougher steering for supporting bigger tyres. I hope you guys have found this video helpful. Appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we install the control arms. Take care.